Morning everyone, welcome to our first PSA grade reveal video of the year on the channel. We brought out the Arabian Nights playmat again because we have our package from PSA, our reholdered Arabian Nights cards that we submitted about 4 to 5 days ago. They were very good about giving updates when they had logged the order, when they had finished processing the grades. They send you an email so you can log into your PSA set registry account and check out the grades that they sent you. Then they let you know when it's shipping, and then you can track the shipping all the way to your door. The nice feature about the new PSA submissions is that they scan all of the cards for you. So when if they had not been previously added to your set registry, you have to add them to your collection. Since these were reholdered cards, they were already in our inventory, and then PSA automatically updated the scan image of both the front and the back of the card after they had graded it. So then when we just clicked on the certification number in our inventory, we were able to see both front and back scans of each of the cards before they shipped them to us. So if there's any errors, you can contact PSA and say, oh, that got switched to a different holder, or these two cards maybe got flipped. But here's our package. It looks like they gave us two boxes of graded cards. We like that. These boxes are awesome for storing your collection. I highly recommend. Okay, some bubble wrap. Here's our PSA order. The cards in this order were primarily for our Arabian Nights master set, which required the light and the dark variations of each of the 14 common cards that had light and dark printing variations. So in order to complete the master set on the registry, we needed to submit some cards for reholdering because we had them in old holders that weren't distinguished between light and dark. And I also made a set video of the complete Arabian Nights set maybe like 9 months ago when I started the channel. So I'll link the original Arabian Nights PSA set video in the description below, so you can see how the set started out. This is kind of the, looks like they probably fit about 20 cards per box. We sent in 21 cards, so there's one card in here, and we got, that's kind of crazy. So all that free bubble wrap, that's perfect. And then in this box, I think there should be 20 graded Arabian Nights cards. So you can see they're packed really well. This is my PSA submission. We'll do like the foundation of all great collecting. We need to do a screenshot for the video. That's perfect. This is a little bit insane, that much bubble wrap for just one card, but I love it. Okay, so we'll do a reveal today. We'll add these cards that are in fresh, new PSA holders to our Arabian Nights master set and the regular set as well. So there's the back of that card. They gave us the original certification numbers that we had when we first graded the cards, and so none of that information changes. They just gave us the new holder, which is in a better case, and the updated flip that has the QR code and the certification number and the barcode on the back of the flip as well. So see if I can peek. Okay, yeah. So this is in order of the submission. This is how I submitted it. So I believe if I take these out here, it's correct. So okay. So you have to pack your order in a very specific fashion, and then they will grade it in that fashion, and then they send it back to you in that same order just to make sure that everything is correct. So let's do this way. Without the foam in the package, I wonder if all 20 cards fit in the box. They sure do. Okay. So there's 21 cards in this order in the PSA. Let's do that magic. Okay, perfect. All right, so we'll pull these out in order, and you can see what the grades are. We'll do a quick reveal video, and then I will make another video to go through the entire set. That takes a little bit of time, so I'll do the completed Arabian Nights PSA set in another video. These cards cost $15 to reholder, and as of today, PSA also sent out another offer for reholdering. They have a special this month, which is just $11.99 reholdering for sports and non-sports cards. I'm gonna check and see if that refers to TCG cards as well, included in the non-sport, and then report back in the next video. And if it does, I have a few other Arabian Nights cards that I'll show you today that could use new holders, and so I'll debate whether or not I send those in to PSA to get reholdered so that all the cards in the set match. But the first card that we submitted for reholdering that we got back, the grades, obviously we put those in the previous video, so if you saw that video, you'll know what the grades of the cards are, but for entertainment value, we'll just kind of reveal these like we're getting them freshly graded today. So this is Army of Allah. This is a near mint to mint plus 8.5, and most importantly, it's the dark variation. So we made sure that they put the dark on the label that matches with the colorless casting costs on the card. So that was one of the first cards that we needed for the master set. There are 92 cards total if you count the 14 common light and dark variations. We were missing several of those cards in the set registry because we didn't have them graded in the light or dark on the label. This one's out of order. Okay, so I guess they're not in any certain order. So the master set needed 92 cards. We had to reholder several, probably about 10 of these commons and uncommons. We had a box here previously where we had some of the commons and uncommons graded with the light and the dark flip in the new holders. Here's the light version of the Army of Allah. I think we have both Bird Maidens, dark and light, also with the new holders. So we're gonna add our 10 light and dark cards that we just got reholdered to this stack. You can see how they match now. They're in the same holder. Aesthetically, they look the same. So there's dark and light. We also got some non-commons. We picked 11 other Arabian Nights cards. This is one of those. This is a Sorceress Queen. This is a mint 9 copy for one colorless. It's hard to see the colorless because of the dark mana symbol, but Sorceress Queen was only printed with the dark mana symbols, colorless, on the casting cost. So it's one colorless and 2 black, if you can see that. And you tap to make another creature 0/2 until end of turn. You treat this exactly as if the number in the lower right of the target card were 0/2. All special characteristics and enchantments on the creature are unaffected. This is a 1/1 creature by Kaya Foglio. And I'll take a quick... All right, so that's Sorcerer Screen. That was one of the, I would call it uncommons in the alpha set that we needed to get reholdered. This is a common fish liver oil. This is the dark version in a PSA 9 mint holder. That increases our master set completion rate. We also have an Raiders. This is a PSA 9 mint copy in a new holder. Next we have Hasran Ogress. This is a mint 9 example in the dark version, and the colorless, the casting cost is double black, but in the text box you may pay 2 colorless with the dark mana symbol. Then we have the other Hasran Ogress. This is the light version, so you can see the difference in the colorless casting costs in the text box there. The left one is dark and the right one is light, and they complete the common variation for that card. You only need 1 copy for the regular set, which only needs 78 cards to complete. Currently, some other statistics. We are ranked number 6 out of 33 sets competing for the Arabian Nights set. We have a rating of 8.79. There are currently 2 collectors that have 100% completion with all PSA 10s. So obviously that is an unachievable feat at today's Arabian Nights. Even at today's prices, it's still kind of out of reach. So we're happy with this 8 to 9 range PSA Arabian Nights set. This is Moorish Cavalry. It is a mint 9. It's the dark version, as you can see on the casting cost there. We have a Rook Egg. This is a mint 9 dark version. That's going to go into the master set. Some statistics on the master sets. There's only that set was just added by PSA this year, so there's only 6 collectors attempting the master set. By completing all of these labels with the dark and light variations, we completed our set at 100%. The rating is 8.73 because it's between 8 and 9 on all of the grades. I'd say like 75% of the cards are probably mint 9 and 25% are PSA 8. But you need all 92 cards, all 14 variations of the light and dark commons to complete the master set of 92 cards of Arabian Nights. We are currently ranked number 3 out of 6, as I mentioned. There's 1 collector that has 100% completion rate at PSA 10s, and there's another collector that has 99% completion rate of PSA 10s. That collector is missing 1 card in PSA 10, I think. The Stone Throwing Devils is the dark version here by Ken Mayer Jr. We had a light version. This is a mint 9, and it refers to the casting cost in the upper right hand corner. This might be, we got 2 more to go. This is War Elephant in the dark label. This is a mint 9 copy, packed fresh, just a little off-centered to the right. But that's the War Elephant. And the last common that we needed in our reholder submission was the Wailuli Wolf. This is the mint 9 dark version as well by Susan Van Camp. Perfect. All right, so we'll continue with the uncommons. We have 11 of these cards that we also needed kind of just a reholder. We didn't need them to be reholdered for the set registry. We just needed to improve the condition of the cases and give them the new labels with the QR code and the cert on the back with the barcode. This makes it easy to identify the cards in your collection. All of these cards were under $200, which was the price limit for the reholdering special. So this is the Aladdin from the set. It costs 2 colorless. You can see that has the dark mana symbol as well. All of the uncommons did, and they did not reprint any of those with the light version. Plus 2 red. It's a 1/1 Aladdin creature, and for 1 colorless and 2 red, you tap to take control of an artifact from opponent. Artifact is returned when Aladdin is removed from play or when game ends. So that card is very good in old school Magic. We have Aladdin's Lamp. That is a mint 9 example. PSA holder. Got a little refresh on that card as well. We got, let's do this. Dancing Scimitar, which is kind of the theme of the set. You know, the expansion symbol is a little scimitar, so this scimitar is kind of cool. This is a PSA mint 9 copy. It was very hard to find in mint condition, but that is our Dancing Scimitar by Anson Maddox. We have an If Biff Efreet for 2 colorless and 2 green. It is a flying 3/3 Efreet. While If Biff Efreet is in play, any player can pay a green mana to have If Biff Efreet do 1 damage to each player and each flying creature in play. This ability does not tap the If Biff Efreet and can be used as soon as it is successfully summoned. Art by Jesper Meerfors. If you collected revised cards or played in 1994, you'll notice that this is the artwork that they used on the Serendib Efreet. That was reprinted and revised. They swapped the artwork, made a very famous misprint card. We have the Junoon Efreet by Christopher Rush. This was reholdered. Our old case had a little price sticker on the back of it, so this is a brand new case. It is also a 3/3 flying Efreet, but you must pay 2 black during your upkeep or Junoon Efreet is destroyed and may not regenerate. The Efreets were very good in Arabian Nights. We have Pyramids. This is only a PSA 8, near mint to mint, but it's in the same condition as the rest of the cards. We have a Repentant Blacksmith. This is a PSA mint 9 copy. Has protection from red. We have 3 more cards left. We have Ring of Ma'ruf. I like this card a lot. I played with it in old school. It lets you, instead of drawing a card from the top of your library, you select one of your cards from outside the game. So this could be in your trade binder or in a different deck of yours. So you can actually increase the size of your deck from 75 to maybe 76, technically, if you have the one card that's not in your sideboard. This card can be any card you have that you're not using in your deck, or for that reason has left the game. So if somebody Swords to Plowshares your If Biff Efreet, you can Ring of Ma'ruf it back from the exiled zone. And Singing Tree, awesome card. This is a mint 9 copy. 3 colorless and a green. Tap to reduce attacking creature's power to 0. This is a 0/3 Singing Tree. And last but not least is the Desert, the regular version. We had a Mirage variant with a little print dot on the sand dune there in a PSA 8. So we reholdered this card so that they would have matching cases. So that's all the cards in the order. I appreciate everybody for watching that video. One thing we're going to do is we're going to match up all of our lights and dark variants. Let's get we need a quick screenshot. Let's do that maybe. Okay, quick thumbnail. What we're going to do is we're going to match these up, just kind of like, we have the dark Army of Allah, the light Army of Allah. We'll put that in this box. We have the dark and the light Bird Maiden in the commons. We have the dark and the light Graders, PSA 9, PSA 8. So again, in the regular set, you only need one copy of Graders, either light or dark. So you could just select the higher grade to improve the rating for your set. Fish liver oil. Here's the light in a mint 9, and here's the dark in a mint 9. That's 2 mint fish liver oils. Giant tortoise, we already had graded in light and dark. H. We should have 2 Hasran ogresses. Light, dark, light. I think dark comes first alphabetically. Moorish cavalry. Cavalry refers to horses, so horsemen on horses. There is the dark and the light, PSA 9, PSA 8. Naf's asp is a poisonous snake, dark, light, PSA 9, PSA 8. I think the light version's got mostly PSA 8 and the dark ones were easier to get in PSA 9. Piety. Both in 9 mint condition. And I think last in this box was Wailuli Wolf. We got the mint 9 dark, near mint to mint 8. Yes, that's all that fits in that box. War Elephant, Stone Throwing Devils, and Rook Egg were all in. I put in the better box, so we'll match those up. And we'll also put these in orders. We had Desert, Aladdin's Lamp, Dancing Scimitar, Desert, If Biff Afreet, Junun Afreet, Pyramids, Repentant, Ring of Maruf, Sing Tree, and Sorcerer's Queen. So we have 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got all of our cards back. It only took about 45 days. Last but not least, we're going to think about this reholdering special for $11.99. I'll do some research and let you know if that includes TCG cards, because we have a few cards of the better. Most of our rare and uncommon 1, 2, and 3 Arabian Nights are in this version of the holder. It's not exactly the newest version, but the cases are the middle generation. They're not the old cases, they're not the newest cases, but they're somewhere in the middle, and they have a little hologram on the label. This is a mint 8, near mint to mint 8 Ali from Cairo. These labels have a little bit of waving going on. There's a mint 9 City in a Bottle. There's a mint 9 Library of Alexandria. So if we were to reholder these, I think the prices on some of these might be cost prohibitive, because they won't let you reholder a Library of Alexandria and say it's worth $200, because it's probably worth over $1,000. But a Mountain you could reholder. Old Man in the Sea you might be able to reholder. Serendib de Jinn might be under the limit, and Shahrazad is not under the limit. This is probably a $300, $400, $500 card. It's also in near mint to mint 8 condition. So those I think we would just keep in that holder. However, we had about 22 other of the kind of commons and uncommons that have this older generation 1, 2, or 3 holder without the hologram on the flip, without the QR code or the certification number on the back. So those are the ones I'm thinking about reholdering, but the cases are pretty nice. We have Flying Men, Gazban Ogre. The cards aren't worth a whole lot. Her Jackal is probably a $1 a card. So I'm not sure if it's worth paying $12 plus shipping to have that card just put in a new holder. Same thing with Island Fish Disconius, Jander's Ring, Jander's Saddlebags. Jeweled Bird is an ante card that's not played anymore in Magic, unless you're playing ante. We got Curd Ape, Magnetic Mountain, and Metamorphosis, and jdj, PSA 9, and last here is Oasis. This is a Mint 9 copy. So I'll do some research on the reholdering prices. If you're interested in having your cards reholdered, you can send them to PSA now for $11.99. I'll debate whether or not we send these in, or if we're just happy with, you know, having these cards in the same collection. Reholdering the other ones won't improve the set at all. It just, maybe it is more of like an investment strategy to preserve the condition and aesthetics of the cards. But I'll let you know in the next video. If I decide not to do any more reholdering, then what we'll do is we'll just do the set. We'll put all the cards in the correct order and do one more PSA Arabian Nights set review for the channel and kind of give you an update from the first video. So in the description below, I'll link the very first PSA Arabian Nights set review, and then I'll also put the video I did about the holder variations and the case differences over the years. I broke down when PSA switched from this first generation holder, when they changed the labels, when they went to the second generation holder that had the different labels, and went up to the current holder, which has all of the new highlights on it. Awesome. So that's my Arabian Nights video for the day. It's pretty lengthy, but I was pretty excited to unbox and reveal the grades of the Arabian Nights light and dark variants that we had reholdered. They did complete our master set now, so that has been completed. If you're interested in PSA set registry, you can check out their website and look at all the other sets that people are collecting in the TCG world. Awesome. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great day. Subscribe to the channel if you want information on PSA grading cards and tips and tricks. I'm happy to provide those and answer questions in the comments below. Like the video as well, it helps me out, and I will see you in the next Arabian Nights PSA set video. Thanks everyone.